Welcome to this module on using children's books in childcare to connect with military children's lives. Books bring fun and delight. They build knowledge and help children learn about the world and themselves. Books can also help children cope with the many little and big challenges they may face. This learning module provides a rationale and practical suggestions for using literature to support children's social-emotional development as they learn to cope with the stresses, anxieties, and feelings of loss that can occur in their lives. Although all children can benefit from books, in this module we pay special attention to the needs of military children. The module is divided into 3 sections. In the first section, you will begin to understand the power of books for children and how to use books to help children cope with difficult situations. In the second section, you will learn what to look for in helpful books and learn about specific strategies on how you can use books to help children cope with difficult situations. In the third section, you will learn about an interactive children's database for finding books that are particularly helpful for military children. In this first section, we present a brief overview of the power of books for children and look at how children's literature can help children cope with difficult situations. A book has the power to make a difference for a child in so many ways. The astronomer Carl Sagan once said that one of the greatest gifts adults can give is to read to children. In speaking about how books can open new worlds to children, the author Vera Nazarian said that whenever you read a good book, somewhere in the world a door opens to allow in more light. And even the great comedian Groucho Marx talked about the power of books when he said, "Outside of a dog, a book is a man's or child's best friend." You are probably well aware of the role books can play in children's early literacy development. Reading books with children can help them increase their vocabulary, listen to the sound of letters and words, understand concepts of print and how stories are structured, and learn about subjects ranging from airplanes to zebras. Before they even start school, children who are read to 15 minutes a day will have almost 400 hours of exposure to literacy. We also know that children who have the basic literacy concepts in place start school ahead of children who do not have these skills. And these children tend to do better in school. So much of a child's school success depends on the ability to read. Books also bring joy and imagination. With a good book, children can go to new places and learn all kinds of new things. They can travel to magical lands, meet a blue horse, dine with a very hungry caterpillar, or ride on a musical bus. When adults read books with children, they give a gift that lasts a lifetime. In addition to these benefits, books can help children understand and deal with difficult situations they might face. In her book, The Joy of Children's Literature, Denise Johnson suggests that quality children's literature offers many personal benefits to children. Literature serves as a point of reference so children can better understand their own experiences. Literature offers insights into common human behaviors, emotions, and moral dilemmas. And literature stimulates children's curiosity and encourages them to develop problem-solving skills to address challenging situations. It is this power of children's books to offer social and emotional support that is the focus of this module. When we look at how children's literature can help children cope with life's challenges, We first need to realize that all children face stress at one time or another. For example, losing a favorite toy, feeling ill or visiting the doctor, getting into trouble, having difficulty sharing, arguing with brothers or sisters, or just having a terrible, no good, very bad day can stress a young child. Sometimes children face more serious stressors like moving, having a major illness or hospital stay, having a new baby brother or sister in the home, facing a parental divorce or remarriage, or dealing with the loss of a favorite pet or loved one. Military children face these same stressors and more. Military children can face long periods of separation from a parent, frequent moving, deployment of one or sometimes both parents, readjustment to a parent returning from deployment, or the possible trauma or loss if a parent doesn't come back from a deployment or returns with post-traumatic stress disorder or other significant illness or injury. Currently, more than 200,000 children are enrolled in child care programs on Department of Defense installations or in community programs receiving DoD subsidies. Chances are you have or will in the future provide care for a military child. And chances are those children are dealing with many of the stressors we just talked about. How can we tell when a child is feeling stressed? Child care providers, including those caring for military children, may notice certain behaviors that indicate a child's anxiety or stress. You may notice changes in sleep schedules or appetite. You might see children regressing to earlier behaviors, such as thumb sucking, bedwetting, or toileting accidents. Some children exhibit more negative moods, such as irritability or sadness when stressed. Also, behavior changes such as withdrawal from usual activities or an increase in aggression can be signs of stress. There may be an increased need for your attention or physical comfort. You might see children acting out fear, danger, or other stress-related themes in pretend play. And you might notice more artwork that depicts stress-related themes. These behaviors will differ depending on the child and the situation. And the stress and anxiety may be related to everyday challenges all children face, or they may result from the pressure of living in a military family. The great thing about books is that they can help young children during these stressful times. Books can help by providing more information about a difficult situation, but in a form and at a level that children can understand. Comfort for children experiencing stressful situations, and models and ideas to help children cope. Let's look at each of these functions a little more closely. First, supportive books can provide more information about a certain situation. Oftentimes, children are upset, frightened, or frustrated because they don't know what to expect. It is this unknown that can make things stressful. Books can fill in that unknown and can help children know what to expect. For example, take the book The Kissing Hand. It's a story about a young raccoon, Chester, who is facing being separated from his mother for the first time to go to school. At first, Chester is upset and afraid about leaving his mother, but she gives him a secret that will help him feel brave enough to join the other forest children at school. From the book, children can come to know what to expect when facing separation from a parent. Also, children can see that Chester is upset with the thought of leaving his mother to go to school. Many children have probably felt the same way about being separated from a parent. Stories can help children label feelings the characters are experiencing and realize that it's okay to have those feelings. Books can also provide comfort. Children often feel that they are the only ones who have ever dealt with their problems. Books can help them see that others also have faced similar situations, that they're not alone. And more importantly, the characters have coped with it. In The Kissing Hand, children can see that Chester is sad at leaving his mother, but he gets through it. Young children facing separation from a parent can see that if Chester goes through it, maybe I can too. Oftentimes, it's easier for children to first understand an emotion through a character in a book before they understand the feeling in themselves. Children might think, Chester is sad. Maybe that's why I am sad when Mommy has to leave. Finally, carefully selected books can model coping skills for children. Children need to know that there are solutions to their problem, that it is not hopeless. Books can encourage children to think through possible solutions, and good books can provide models for positive coping and give specific strategies to solve the problem. Again, in The Kissing Hand, Mother Raccoon teaches Chester a secret that he can use whenever he feels sad or lonely. With that secret, Chester is able to be separated from his mother and go to school the first day, or in Chester's case, the first night. Above all, good books open the lines of communication on difficult issues. Sometimes children just need an opportunity to talk, and a book can provide that opportunity. A good book can open the door and provide a safe way for children to express what is going on inside. For a book to be most helpful, research has shown that several key steps need to occur. First, the characters need to be believable, and children need to relate to them. Books are most helpful when children feel a bond with the characters. For example, in the book Night Catch, when a soldier's work takes him halfway around the world, he enlists the help of the North Star for a nightly game of catch with his son. It is a story about how families can stay connected even when they are apart. Any child who has been separated from a parent for long periods can easily identify with the characters in that book. Once children identify with the characters, they are able to put themselves in the story. And when children become part of the story, it is easier for them to buy into the message. It is easy for military children to see themselves in Night Catch. Some may already have had to deal with the deployment of a parent for a long period of time. Next, children need to see that the characters came up with a solution. In a simple way, the characters become role models for coping. In Night Catch, the problem the father and son are facing is how they stay connected even though the father will be halfway around the world. They come up with a solution that should comfort both the son and the father. Finally, in their own way, children come to understand that their issues can be solved using similar solutions. A helpful book should give children suggestions on how a situation could be handled in ways that children can see or understand. So to summarize this first section of the module, books are most useful when children can see how they can apply a similar solution to their own situation, are able to put themselves in the story, see that the story offers a solution to the dilemma, and can identify with the books and the story. It is important to realize that books won't solve all the problems children might deal with, but they can bring children some comfort and help in coping with their challenges. In the next section of this module, we'll look more closely at how to select and use helpful books, while the third section will introduce a database of books specifically designed to help military children cope with the unique issues they face.